Do you think starting a business is going to be easy? I did, and I made a ton of mistakes and wasted a lot of money. But over the last 20 years, my businesses are highly successful, highly profitable, but it was not easy. And I wish I could have done things a lot smarter to speed up the results. So, to help you, I'm going to share with you 5 businesses you can start for under $1,000 and some tips and strategies I wish I knew a lot sooner. So, today we're going to talk about 5 service businesses that have really low startup costs and high earning potential. We're going to dive into what it takes to get started. I'm going to share some insider tips from people who have actually built these businesses. We're going to explore the earning potential and rank them from the lowest startup cost with the highest upside. So stick around until the end because I'm going to tell you how you can start any of these businesses with very little money, no equipment at all, and turn them into a viable, strong business. But before we get into the specifics here, I do want to emphasize that there's no magic pill that's going to make you a success overnight, right? That comes from dedication, hard work, putting in the time. You need to educate yourself on everything from marketing to sales, being as efficient as possible, and knowing your numbers. And for that, you can use Quote IQ. It's free software that you can use. You can check it out at myquoteiq.com. But let's start with parking lot striping, okay? My friend Chris transformed his life with this business. Tired of his minimum wage job, he built a parking lot striping business from the ground up in a very short time. He landed a bunch of big commercial contracts. He was able to expand his crews to cover multiple states, and he even branched out into some other services like seal coating. So, what's the deal with the startup costs for a line striping business? You can really get started with about $200 for basic supplies like paint, some rollers, some tape, and a measuring reel. And as you grow, investing in a professional striping machine, it might cost around $3,000 for an entry level pro grade machine, but you can start for really next to nothing. And this investment in the higher grade equipment, it's going to make you a lot more efficient. It's going to allow you to compete on jobs. It's going to allow you to complete jobs faster and increase your profitability. So, in terms of earning potential for a striping business, you can charge about $10 per line, and it takes about 15 seconds to paint each one. A typical job can net you between $25 to $3,000, and if you're smart about it, profit margins can range from 50 to 70% or more. And these are the type of margins that make this business a no-brainer. And scaling up any business isn't easy, but with margins like these, reinvesting in your business, it's going to allow you to grow, add employees, acquire more equipment, right? And to get started, you need to start with building relationships with property managers and local paving companies who can subcontract some of this work out to you. You're also going to want to have a website, a strong online presence targeted at business owners. And the great thing about parking lot striping is the consistent demand. Businesses are legally required to maintain visible parking lines, which is going to ensure a steady flow of clients for your business, right? This business works because of the low startup costs. You can start small and you can scale up when reinvest your profits. It's a niche market with less competition, meaning more opportunities for you. Plus, there is expansion potential by offering additional services like seal coating and pressure washing to increase your revenue. And if this is a business that you're interested in, I would definitely encourage you to check out Chris's training program where he walks you through every step of the process from the equipment to the paint, landing jobs, the layouts, everything that you need to know. It's appropriately called How to Stripe. There's a link for that down below. Now, let's move on to window cleaning, okay? And this is a clear winner when it comes to low startup cost and high demand. I know several people who have turned this simple service into a very lucrative business. Now, your startup costs are unbelievably low. You can head to your local hardware store, your Lowe's, your Home Depot, and for around 150 bucks, you can get a bucket, a squeegee, some Dawn detergent, and a telescopic pole, right? This basic setup is all you need to start your business. And as you scale, efficiency should be your main focus. That's when you're going to start considering investing in equipment like water-fed poles and pure water systems. And yeah, they're more expensive, but they'll make you more efficient. They're going to allow you to handle bigger jobs and ultimately lead to higher earnings. And speaking of earnings, residential jobs average about $400 per house. And there are plenty of upselling opportunities as well. You can offer gutter cleaning, house washing, driveway cleaning, right? And this is going to increase that average ticket price to easily over $1,200 or more. And clients often schedule cleanings quarterly, right? And what does this do? It provides consistent income. Offering services on a recurring model not only ensures steady work, but it also reduces the stress of constantly acquiring new customers. So do good work, set them up on a schedule, and you can use tools like Quote IQ to manage everything seamlessly. So, what can you realistically make with a window cleaning business? Well, multiple jobs a day. You get those on the schedule, and you can earn $1,000 to $1,500 per day as a solo operator. And just like any business, How do we get the customers? Well, of course, you're going to have all the traditional methods, right? Like having a website, a Google listing, running ads. That's essential. But if you're just starting out and you don't have much cash for marketing, go door to door. And yeah, you are going to hear a lot of no's, but persistence does pay off. And I poke fun at the TikTok door knocking window cleaners. But if you have no money, that's the best option. But it's not a viable or a sustainable business model, in my opinion. And you also need to offer exceptional service to build a reputation that leads to word of mouth referrals. And don't forget about upselling if you're already on the property and you notice anything else. Don't hesitate to offer that additional service. So, why would you want to start a window cleaning business? Well, the entry barrier, like we said, it's very low with a minimal initial investment. There is high demand since both residential and commercial properties, they need and want clean windows. And it's scalable, right? Which makes it easy to add on more teams and expand your service area. And once you establish a good customer base, adding other services becomes a lot easier. So now let's talk about pressure washing. Having run a pressure washing business for over 2 decades, I can attest to its profitability and scalability. What started small turned into a full fledged business that has provided me with financial freedom. I've made plenty of videos about the equipment and how to start that up. And if you set yourself up right from the beginning, it's a bit more expensive than, say, a window cleaning business, but the profit margins and ticket prices are significantly higher. So while you can get into this for next to nothing, I encourage you not to start with the smallest, cheapest pressure washer. And you can get one of those for a couple $100 from Home Depot or Lowe's, but go professional, right? You can get a solid machine for about $2,000. And think about it, $2,000 to start a business is a bargain. Besides the machine, you're going to need some other things like hoses, nozzles, a surface cleaner, and then, of course, the soaps, the detergents, and all that's going to add up, right? And it brings you to about $3,500 if you do it right. But like I said, you can go cheap. And when it comes to earning potential, residential jobs have an average ticket price of anywhere between like $300 and $700, depending on your location and the services that you're providing. There's also significant opportunity in commercial contracts, securing deals with local businesses for regular cleaning services. This can be a game changer for any business. Plus, there are tons of upsells like roof cleaning, house washing, fence restoration, you name it, there's a bunch out there. And it's not uncommon to make between $1,000 and $2,000 in a single day as a solo operator. And this number can grow significantly with increased lead flow and more efficient processes and equipment. So, how do you achieve all this? Well, you need a strong online presence, right? So, you got to create a website and optimize it for local search, get on Google and get as many reviews as possible. You can utilize flyers, postcards, signs, and obviously, you need to run some ads. But most importantly, provide quality service to build long term relationships. So, why would you want to consider a pressure washing business before any of these others? Well, there's high demand, right? Dirt and grime are everywhere. And this offers you endless opportunities. Everywhere you look is an opportunity. And after the initial investment, ongoing costs are pretty minimal. And it's a scalable business too. You can easily expand by adding more equipment, more employees. And if this is a business that you're looking to get into and you want to shortcut the learning curve, hit the ground running, and start making money sooner than later, I put together a training called How to Wash. This covers the chemicals, the application, the processes, safety, basically everything you need in order to get out there and be as efficient and profitable from day one. So, moving on, next we are going to talk about a lawn care business, right? I owned a lawn care business for almost 15 years before selling it for over 6 figures. It is a classic service business with steady demand and plenty of room for growth. Startup costs include purchasing some equipment, right? You can get used equipment. You can get a reliable lawnmower, a trimmer, and a blower for easily under $1,000. And then, you can use your existing vehicle or you can invest in something a little bit bigger if you don't have something already, maybe a pickup truck. But spend about $500 on marketing materials and business, getting everything registered. And then that's going to bring your total investment maybe around 2 grand if you already have a vehicle. But it can be a lot lower than that as well. But the earning potential is pretty solid, right? You can charge a minimum of $50 per lawn for mowing and edging and do 8 to 10 lawns a day. And you could potentially earn $8,000 to $10,000 per month, right? And then offer additional services like fertilization, aeration, any kind of landscaping design and things like that. It's going to boost your income even more. And as you grow, you can hire employees, which is going to allow you to handle more clients and increase your revenue. And to grow your business, you use local advertising like flyers, door hangers, it's Facebook pages. Providing quality service is crucial since referrals are key in this industry. And then offering seasonal packages or contracts for year round service is also going to help stabilize your income. So then you ask yourself, why would I want to get into this business? Well, the recurring revenue factor, right? Grass does stop growing in some parts of the country and things do slow down, but the barrier barrier to entry is so low since you can start with basic equipment. There's also expansion potential, and you can branch out into landscaping, snow removal, pressure washing, a ton of other services that you can offer to your customer base. And lastly, I do want to discuss interior painting. A friend of mine, Tim, started an interior painting business with minimal startup costs and turned it into a highly profitable business. His startup costs were unbelievably low, right? You need basic supplies like rollers and brushes, tape, drop cloths, and some trays. This is going to be around 200 bucks, right? A couple of ladders can set you back another couple hundred bucks, but you can always find stuff like that on Facebook Marketplace. And a lot of times you can buy supplies using the deposit from your first couple jobs, and that brings that total investment significantly down. And the earning potential is really impressive for painting, right? You can charge between $1,000 to $3,000 per interior painting job, depending on the size and the scope of the work, of course. But completing a room in a day could net you $500, $700 in profit, right? And then offering upsells like wallpaper removal or decorative finishes can even add more to your bottom line. And as your business grows, you can hire additional painters to take on more jobs, which obviously equates to more money. So to get started, you want to build a portfolio by offering discounted rates to friends and family. And this is a good thing that you can do for any new startup, right? Utilize who you know, leverage those relationships. Also use social media to showcase before and after pictures. Focus on professionalism to encourage repeat business and those referrals that really help our businesses. So why would you want to go with an interior painting company? Well, like I said, very low startup costs, and you can start with a minimal investment. Profit margins are high since the labor is the primary cost. Plus, you've got a flexible schedule, which allows you to choose the projects that fit into your availability. Now, let's talk about these 5 businesses and how they kind of compare to each other, right? Interior painting, start with about 500 bucks, high profit margins and immediate cash flow. Number 2 is parking lot striping, right? You can start with as little as $200 for the bare minimum basic setup. And of course, this is scalable with better equipment and it offers very high margin contracts. Window cleaning, start for under 200 bucks, recurring revenue, easy upsells, no brainer. Pressure washing, a little bit higher investment, but it's a high demand service with recurring revenue and scalability. And number 5 is lawn care and startup costs of around, $1,000, 1,500 bucks, but it's steady recurring income. And as promised, here's how you can start any of these businesses with minimal funds and no equipment. First is you choose the business that you want to get into. Then you're going to select the service that aligns with your skills and your interests because you don't want to do something that you hate. Step 2 is to set up your business legally, right? Register your business, form an LLC for legal protection, get insured to safeguard your assets. Step 3 is to establish an online presence. Create a Google My Business listing to increase your local visibility. The more eyeballs on your business, the more business you get. Develop a simple website highlighting your services, right? Get that out there. It's got to be SEO friendly so Google can search it, and then engage with potential clients on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. Step 4, market your services, right? You can use paid ads on Google or Facebook. You can check out qiqads.com. We've got some great ads that you can run that are highly effective, but this is going to help you reach your target audience, grab their attention, and then you need to optimize your website for search engines, right? Get listed on local directories like Yelp and Home Advisor if you want to go that route. Step 5 is start getting jobs, right? You got to know your market, you got to know what your competition is doing, and you need to price for profit, not just staying busy. And then you outsource all the jobs that you get. So partner with experienced people in your market who own the necessary equipment, have the knowledge, and can do the jobs. And then you got to make sure that they're good at what they do and they're going to deliver quality and professionalism. And then step 7 is reinvest the money that you're making and grow your own business. So allocate profits wisely, right? Pay your contractors fairly while saving for future investments. And then gradually purchase your own tools and gear, expand by adding services, hiring employees, and scaling your business. So that is one way that you can go about doing it. And that's basically it, right? The blueprint for starting a profitable business with minimal upfront cost. And remember, nothing worth having comes easy. Success requires dedication, hard work, and continuous learning. Educate yourself on all aspects of running the business, from the marketing and sales to the systems and the efficiency. Professionalism, it's the key, and it starts with how you present yourself to your customers. You got to look the part, act the part, be the part. And don't forget, you can use Quote IQ for free, but it also scales with your business as you need more advanced features. It can grow with you. So don't just dream about success. Take action now. The opportunities are out there, and now you have the roadmap to seize them. And if you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and that's it. Talk to you later.